All right, y'all, we back. I'm sorry for the intermission. I had to find my retainers, bro.
What did you make of that performance? Surprised?
No, not at all. I researched Ngannou and I've watched Tyson Fury box a number of times. People claim he's the greatest of many, many generations, but I think if I box Tyson Fury, a lot of similarities will happen in the fight. So I'm not surprised at all. In terms of his style, who Fury is, it's just a boxing match. Well done to both of them. They put on an entertaining fight. But that's in the past. That's how boxing is. And we move forward now.
So where is he as a boxer? I mean, again, we saw that first fight against Tyson Fury. It was his first fight. Anything could happen. No one knew what was going to happen. He's
good.
ranked with the WBC now.
He's always wanted
Where
to
is
be a
he?
boxer. He's good. UFC champion. You know what it is?
But not a boxer.
But there's a lot of stand-up game. And in his industry, people have takedown, submission, stand-up, better at kicking. So when he fights, he's fighting people that have aspects that are good in every category. So he might fight someone who's better than him in stand-up. So I've watched people that he boxes that are good at stand-up and how he's dealt with people at their stand-up game. He knows how to box.
He's talking a lot.
He's not, in terms of training, you probably do more rounds in boxing and fair enough than in the fight, but he knows how to box, he knows his way around. The only difference is one's a cage and one's a ring.
I feel like you're getting a lot of credit now from people saying you know how to box. I don't think you would have got that credit before the Fury fight.
Credit doesn't win fights,
but
man.
also you also have to understand that people will not believe in what they haven't seen. Like, you just come around with this guy that has a 0-0-0 on his boxing record, and you're telling people that he can box, and nobody have ever seen him in the amateur boxing match or in the Olympic or any type of boxing competition. So it's hard for people to believe, you know, like that he can fight. People goes more about statistics, which sometimes which get them wrong most of the time. I always say, like, if I walk in the bar, I get in the bar, I see a guy who never been in the gym in his entire life. He's coming after me violently. I step back because it's a fight. You don't know what's gonna happen, you know. And somebody will go there and then just his determination throw some punch, and if he catch you, he catches you. You go down. It doesn't matter if you're a boxer or not. So you better be careful, right? And then we get to the moment that I was in the position that I was already on top of my game. You know, MMA, I was a champion. I have I have deal with high-level competition, and then all those experience. And then people were still like, "No, he can't do shit," you know. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Unless we get there that day and find out, I'm not going to explain. You don't explain those stuff. You do, and then people see, and then you just make sure you do good, not get embarrassed, don't disappoint people, or don't make them right. You get excited to prove them wrong.
And you proved a lot of people wrong. I want to go back a couple of weeks to when this fight would have been made. Again, this was supposed to be Deontay Wilder. There are other names mentioned, if not Wilder. Philip Hergovich for that #1 IBF spot. There would have been other names as well. Zhili Zhang, potentially. Maybe even a rematch against Joseph Parker, the man who beat Deontay Wilder. Why Ngannou?
I wanted to fight for the championship. I wanted to lead my career towards the championship. So, but this is still leading me towards the championship, though. It's still he's a boxer, so I have to win. And when I win, I'll move on to fighting for the championship. That's boxing, snakes and ladders. You win, you go up, you lose, you slide down. So I have to win in order to continue on where I projected in my mind to get to.
It's funny you say that. You win, you go up, you lose, you go down. Ngannou on the books lost against Tyson Fury. Arguably, he's gone back up. So it works in different ways, right?
But what would happen if he won?
Oh, whoa. Now he said, what happens if he wins? Whoa, now.
A rematch potentially against Tyson Fury, maybe. This.
Fight Alexander Usyk?
Potentially.
But undisputed, so you're always going to go up if you win.
Always, indeed.
But there's always big opportunities. This is another great opportunity for both of us.
Did you ever consider not taking this fight? When this fight was offered to you, was it a straight yes?
I call up.
You asked for the fight?
I asked for this fight. I watched him fight, and then I made a tweet.
Why?
Right away. Well, because there was an opportunity. I know that he was going to fight Deontay Wilder, and I saw an opportunity there. I made
He
a
took the
deal.
opportunity. He made the
For this
opportunity.
fight. I was calling for that fight. I was ready and like, this seems like an opportunity that I can slide in. Again, this is my second boxing match, and I'm fighting one of the best, one of the top three. After fighting another top three, so in two fight in boxing, I'm going to fight potentially the best in the world. And then something that I disagree with him, boxing environment that has said things like that, make people think like that. I think like when you have a good fight and then you had you fight well, that doesn't necessarily, even if you lose, that doesn't necessarily take you down as you think. Like I'm coming out of a loss. Supposedly, we can argue, debate about that, but I'm coming out of a loss, but I still have an opportunity,
We can
right?
debate about that.
Because I'm not viewing myself as I depend on the win. I see myself as I depend on the fight. What's going to happen? Yes, of course, I want to win, but I can win without really fighting. It's not the kind of win that I'm looking for.
You want
I really
exciting
want
fights.
Yes, I really want to fight. And when you fight, even when you lose, people want to see you back. And that's how the sport is, because like when two people go to fight, obviously one person gonna come out as a winner, and one person will win and one will lose. But they need a loser to make a winner, so you can. It takes two to tango.
Yeah,
right?
when the best
Can't
are the best,
discredit
there is
one.
no defeat. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So in my point of view, it's just having a good fight. Fight good. I worry about how I'm gonna fight and all those stuff. And unlike him, I'm not here like focusing on like the championship, the title. I want some good fight. Test myself, take a challenge, and see what I can potentially do. I'm not. I'm aware of the situation. I'm not that young anymore. I still have a couple years. I didn't have those opportunities earlier in my career, so now I'm trying to do what I can possibly do with the amount of time that I have. Have the best fight, enjoy all those stuff. That's what matters to me.
In that fight against Tyson Fury, obviously you put Tyson Fury down, the world went crazy. I saw an interview you did recently where you said if you were to put AJ down with the same shot, you don't think AJ gets up.
Yeah, I have a doubt about that. Tyson showed that he's very resilient. I saw him come back from a knockdown that you wouldn't believe that somebody would come down. So I think he's probably one of the most resistant person out there, and that's not a disrespect to AJ. I don't believe that AJ would take what Tyson.
You don't think AJ's resilient? You don't think AJ has a chin?
As much as Tyson.
Who hasn't knocked Tyson down? So many people have knocked Tyson down.
Even going to the fight, I knew that even if I knock him down, I will not get excited. That would not mean anything, because he always come back. So I have to prepare for a very endurance person. Psychologically, that's how I was.
The title of this fight is Knockout Chaos. You guys have seen it, right? It looks like old Street Fighter in terms of how they build it. Do you both expect to get a knockout here? Is that what both of you are built for, knockouts? You did it in the UFC for so many years. You've been doing it in boxing for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
You knock people out, that's what you both do. Is that what we're expecting here?
That's what they want. We'll see.
What do you want?
We'll see.
I'm looking for,
you know what it is? People underestimate me a lot. People underestimate me, But no, I'm not saying you, but people, innit?
It's not underestimating you. It's
Your
like
opinion.
knockout chaos. So.
But who has knocked me out like that? Like when I'm like this?
No, that is not what they mean. It's like we both are going to look for a knockout. Which I don't think is a problem, because I will try to knock out. If I have an opportunity, I will knock out.
100%.
And I think he will do the same thing. So we'll make the knockout chaos.
AJ, you're the former unified heavyweight champion of the world, right? You are the boxing guy, if you like, in this dynamic. People are going to be expecting you to get the job done here. That's what they're expecting, right? Because of, again, your 2023 was fantastic. Is it a knockout or
this guy's
bust
a very
for you?
great commentator.
The knockout, it just comes
Very
naturally.
great host.
Do you expect to knock out Ngannou?
He trying to get her. He trying to egg a motherfucker on like, hey, bro, I'm gonna knock this shit out.
I don't know.
He's very
But
unsure.
it's going to be a good fight. It's not even the strength that I carry, it's the brain. I'll process what I need to process, I'll do what I need to do. And I just do my best in it. We'll see what happens, no? You never know.
What's happened. I mean, as you said, knockout come naturally.
But
the only
I'm
time
ready to go. If it has to, you know what's better for me? I'm ready for 10 rounds. 10 rounds or 12 rounds?
10.
10 rounds, yeah.
Why
I'm
is
ready.
it 10? Why is it 10 and not 12?
Oh no, they tell me 12. I say no, cut it out. No. 10. I'm not.
No problem.
Again, I'm not taking my Tyson fight as a reference. Like, oh, I'm a pro boxer now. I'm building up, right? I just came into it. I will know after 10 round, then 12 round. I say 10. Let's just.
Do you expect this to be harder than Fury fight? Do you expect this one to be harder? Because he's a different style, right? I mean, physically the same as you.
Style make fight. You know, if you asked me this question before, I would definitely say Fury fight would have been harder because Fury is somebody that is hard to figure. He has like an unorthodox side. You don't know what to expect from Fury. It's very weird. AJ is very orthodox, but I get in the fight and then I was there. Then I was able to find something that worked for me. And then what was putting him uncomfortable. So I find my spot in that fight. In the AJ fight, I still have to do that. If the fight would be good for me from the moment that I figured out what fit for me. But definitely what worked for Fury is definitely not the same thing that's going to work for AJ. So I still have to find that out. Now that I have those information, I have collected those data from Fury, it's a different, I think about it differently. So now, the AJ style is the more complicated one for me because I haven't figured it out in the fight.
I asked AJ if he
That's a good
expects to
question.
knock
I mean, that's a
you
good
out. I'm
answer.
going to ask you the same question. Do you expect to knock out AJ?
Of course.
Absolutely. But again, as you said, I will not go for like, oh, let's go knock him out because knockout is natural. The only time in my career that I went for knockout, he didn't work well for me. He went really bad.
Stipe Miocic.
I walked to that fight like, okay, let's go knock this guy out. He ended up in a very bad way for me, right? And then after that, I'm like, okay, I'm just going back to who I am, fight, and then it happened. And then I was knocking people out in 20 seconds, 5 seconds, without looking for knockout. So I don't look for knockout, I look for fight. And then if I collect the information at some point and have an opportunity, I take that opportunity, and then we'll probably end up in a knockout.
Final one from me. I want to kind of step back and let you guys tell each other. I'm going to start with you as the challenger here to the former unified heavyweight champion. Tell AJ how this fight plays out.
For me? Well, when I look at this fight, you know, I'm not a fool. I know that AJ is great at his game. I respect that. If I wasn't in the fight, I would have been betting on AJ. But as I'm in the fight, I'm betting on me, and I would take everything that I have in my stomach to come after AJ and do everything that's possible to take him down. And if needed to knock him out, that's how I'm going to come after him. You know, like, just as a sportsman, but still want to, like, knock him out. Like, I'm going to do that, you know, for my own legacy, for my own record, for this. So that's how I view it.
For my country.
AJ, you've heard this before from so many guys sitting in the opposite table. Tell Ngannou how this fight plays out.
Good fight. Stars make fights. He's a good switcher. I do the basics very well.
Very well.
I can counter
Very
punch.
well.
I can move forward. I can move back. I'll do whatever it takes. I will be victorious. I have my own legacy, my own chapter, my own destiny that's destined by God.
I like this.
Everything
like
is
this.
designed for me to come and be
this.
victorious and move forward in my life and move forward in my career. I'm looking forward to the challenge because it gives me opportunity to learn so much about myself.
do it.
As much as it is about Ngannou, is as much as it's about me. The challenge that I have in front of me only makes me learn about myself. He's not the challenge. I'm the challenge. How far can I go? And I'll do whatever it takes to get past whatever's in front of me. May the best man win.
Well done, guys.
May the best win.
Should be a great fight. March 8th, live on The Zone. As I said, old force versus new force. One of the forces will go on, and as AJ say, one of the forces will go sliding down.
Hey man, I don't believe nobody gonna slide down after this shit. I believe both careers gonna keep going on because it's a crossfight. Let me know how y'all feel in the comment section down below. I'm gonna catch y'all folks later, bro. Peace.